Hey guys, how we doing? Welcome to today's video, and that is, can you survive a holiday here in Pattaya? And what I want to do is I want to list you what I consider to be 10 important tips, particularly if you're a first-time visitor to the city. Now, if you are a regular visitor, please guys share your experiences. If I miss anything in my tips and you think, you know what, Trev, you should have included that, please drop them down in the comments below. It gives guys, new guys particularly, an opportunity to read through them and see where, see if I've missed anything. But these are what I consider to be 10 tips that you should bear in mind before you come out here on holiday and to be aware of when you are here. So rather than look at me, I'll get Bo to put the overlays over the top so you don't have to look in. Now, this is just random footage that we collect as we go around day-to-day living. There's no time stamp on any of the videos. It's just literally videos as we walk about. So it just breaks up the monotony of looking at me. So tip number 1 is location. When you come out here, have a look on the map and get an idea and a feel for the city. Often it's very daunting when you come into a new place you've never been before. You think, oh, I don't know where I'm going to stay. It's very simple here. We've got 3 roads. We've got Beach Road, Second Road, Third Road, and we've got 3 roads that dissect those roads, which we've got South Pattaya Road, Pattaya Klang, which is Central Pattaya Road, and Pattaya Nur, which is North Pattaya Road. And it's just a very simple grid. But in that grid, you need to be aware of where you want to stay. So for argument's sake, if you book accommodation in, say, LK Metro, for argument's sake, that is going to be heavily nightlife orientated location, meaning that at night time, if you want to go to bed at sort of like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, forget it. It's going to be noisy as hell. So have a think about what kind of sleep pattern you like. You might want to stay outside the city. And again, don't be frightened by this city. It looks bigger than what it actually is. You can walk from Third Road down to Beach Road in probably a nice, gentle 20-minute stroll. You really can. The width way, so from the beginning of Second Road to the end of Second Road, that's a bit further. That's probably about a 45-minute walk. But nevertheless, the point being is it's not a big city like you may think it is. So if you want to stay outside, I suggest, Third Road, go into Soy Bacau, but go up to like Soy's 19, Soy's 21, and hedge up towards the end of Third Road. They're much, much quieter areas and definitely, worth considering. You might want to stay near the beach. Now, we've got some lovely beaches here. We've got Jomtien Beach. We got Pratunnak Beach, we got Naklua Beach, Pattaya Beach, not really. I mean, it's nice, don't get me wrong, but it's not somewhere maybe you want to hang out on a day-to-day basis. But if you go down to these areas like Jomtien, Pratunnak, Naklua, again, we'll come into that in a minute about transportation, but again, they're nice beaches. Also, if you are going to go to these areas, think about what type of tourists go there or the main tourism are there. So, for instance, Pratunnak is predominantly a Russian area. Naklua is a Scandinavian, German area. Jomtien is a mix. It's a mix of expats. A lot of expats live in the Jomtien area. It's much nicer. And in the city centre here, you're going to have a mix of everybody. So again, just bear that in mind as to what kind of area you want to be. Do you want to be in all the action, in which case you're going to figure out with the noise, or do you want to be outside, in which case you've got to think about walking and transportation. Number 2, currency. When you come out here, the Thai currency is very simple to use. The only thing I would say to you guys is be very, very cautious about how you separate your money, because at nighttime, particularly at nighttime in a dark environment, it's very hard to differentiate what the notes are. So we've got coins, we've got a 1 baht, 2 baht, 5 baht, and a 10 baht coin. And notes, we have a 20 baht note, a 50 baht, a 100 baht, a 500 baht, and a 1,000 baht. What I suggest you do for your bigger denominations is separate them and fold them. Just because that way then you can clearly identify that's my 1,000 baht notes, that's my 500 baht, and the rest are just small change. What you don't want to be doing is thinking, oh yeah, it's 100 baht, and you mix it up with a 500 baht, pay the 500 baht and walk away, and they'll just keep the change. You might overpay. So please just try and separate your money. And on the subject of separating your money, don't put all your money in one pocket. Separate the money. So put some money in each pocket. It sounds crazy, but if you lose 1 wad of money, well, then you've lost all your money for the night. If you separate it out, at least you've got some get out of jail money available there if you do need it. So separate it into different pockets. It also makes the prospect of pickpocketing. It doesn't really happen that often, but it is here. But it makes the prospect of being pickpocketed less damaging if you've got money separated in all your different pockets. Boredom. Number 3, boredom. One of the things that you're going to find here is you come out here, this is a party zone. It's one of the best party zones in the world, in my opinion. But during the daytime, you've got a lot of downtime because the bars don't generally open till sort of like mid-afternoon to late afternoon. Some of the clubs don't open until the evening. So you are going to be presented with this lull where you're going to be waking up in the morning and think, right, what do I do? Boredom is something that's going to come to you and you need to be prepared for it. So what I suggest you do is go on to either have a look through my videos or go onto Google and search for tourist attractions in Pattaya. We've got some fantastic attractions here. We really, really have. You know, go down the Sanctuary of Truth to Nong Nooch, go over to the Dolphinarium. You know, just have a look around the city. We've got some great tourist attractions here. So during the daytime, try to mix it up a bit. Try and get yourself out to get the best out of your holiday, because otherwise you're going to sit by the pool, nursing a hangover, just waiting for the bars to open. It's kind of rinse and repeat. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but just, you know, try to make the best of this city. Is fantastic. We've got more tourist attractions here than any other region in Thailand. We've got 28 golf courses. So if you're a golf fanatic or you like to play golf, we've got all that for you. We've got ATV rides, we've got buggy rides. Oh, you name it, we've got it. So guys, you know, during the daytime, please try and maximize the use of your time. Don't just sit there waiting around for the bars to open, because you will get bored. And then what you'll find you're doing is you're just edging into the daytime bars that open at lunchtime. Maybe then you're drinking a bit more than you would do normally, etc., etc. And I'm going to come on to drinking in a second. But, you know, what I'm saying to you is, if you come out now, please, you know, do your research. Get onto our Discord group, jump in there, ask the questions in there. I'll put a link to the Discord down in the link in the description of this video. There's so much to do here. And sadly, many guys I know come out here and they just stay in the bars. They don't explore. Come out, get the best out of your holiday, because otherwise, if you don't, you are going to get bored. Drinking. So, just one more. Let's just have one more and then we'll go home. And if you're not someone that's a heavy drinker, that just one more could seriously damage your holiday. The reason being is, you know, if you drink in excess of what you're used to, you get drunk quicker. When we're drunk, we don't make the best decisions. All these kind of things will come to you, and it's a situation that may cause you problems. So, you know, when you come out, it's not a drinking competition. I often get asked so many times, Trev, I don't drink. Am I allowed to go in the bars? Of course you are. It's not a competition, guys. If you want to come out here and you want to drink soda water, you want to drink a Coke, a soft drink, whatever you want to drink, it doesn't matter to the bars in any way, shape or form. What they are wanting you to do is, if it's a girly kind of bar, they'd like you to sit down and buy the girls' drinks. That's their prerogative. But from you as an individual, guys, it's not a competition. It doesn't matter who can drink the most. You know, I've got guys that I know come here can drink like a whole bottle of whiskey, no problems whatsoever. Don't bat an eyelid. Then they'll go into vodkas and all the rest of it. And I'm like, poor. But they can handle it. So if you do come out here, don't worry about having to try and keep up with the guy next door. You drink at your pace, drink what you want, where you want. Don't worry about anything else. No one will judge you. When we go out on our bar crawls and we go around the places, sometimes we have guys here and they don't drink any alcohol whatsoever. All they do is just go out and enjoy the day out. So don't worry about it. Please, guys, you know, when you're thinking about drinking, drink to your own limits. Don't try and exceed those, because otherwise you might find yourself in a situation you don't want to be in. Climate. If you come out here right now, I've got to say, in all the years I've lived here, Thailand is just hotter than I've known it. And I might be wrong. I don't know why it's doing it. It feels that way. It's certainly very humid, but the heat right now is like, it's unbearable for me as a person. And I've lived here a fair while. When you do come out here, if you're not used to the sun, bring a hat. Don't get a burnt head. You know, people say to me, Trevor, you're doing your walk around, you don't wear a hat. No, I don't. But then in fairness, I don't get burnt. And I know we're going to go on the skin cancer, all that other stuff. But anyway, but my point being is, wear a hat, guys. Don't get yourself burnt. Get decent sunglasses. If you come out here, you're going to get the guys walking around trying to sell you a set of Ray-Bans. They're as close to Ray-Bans as I'm as close to flipping whoever you want to consider me to. But the point being is, they're not genuine. So therefore, then the eye protection is not as good as you perhaps think they are. What I suggest you do is, if you are going to come out here, get yourself some decent not Ray-Bans necessarily, but get yourself some decent glasses back home, bring them out with you. If you're going to go out of a nighttime and party, well, then buy some cheap ones later on. So then, you know, if you lose them, it doesn't matter. But the sunglasses are important. Sunscreen. Wear your sunscreen. You know, if you are light-skinned or ginger-haired maybe, and you suffer with the sun, you know, guys, protect yourself, because this sun will just burn you up like a crisp. It really will. So, you know, don't let that spoil your holiday. It's important that you get the protection and get yourself some decent sunscreen. I often get people saying, oh, but what about the law about bringing in certain sunscreens that they can't use because of what they contain in them? I haven't had anybody come up to me and say, God, I bought my sunscreen over and they threw in the bin and wouldn't let me use it. I haven't had anybody say that to me as yet. Maybe you have. There's a question. Has anybody actually had their sunscreen confiscated because it contains certain products that they don't like here? I don't know. But the point is, guys, bring your sunscreen. It's very, very important. Ladyboys. And what I'll say on this is, Ladyboys here are just part and package of everyday life. They are accepted. They are not judged. Nothing like that. It's nothing like it is back home. Ladyboys are just welcome as you please, and they are all part of our society. If you are somebody that has hiccups about Ladyboys and you're a bit wary about Ladyboys, you're the big, oh, man, no, don't do that. If you're any of that, guys, you are going to be approached by Ladyboys. That is a fact. When you walk around the city, we have Ladyboy bars, we have Ladyboys working in massage parlors. There are Ladyboys that are freelancing, that wander around the streets and wander around the city, and they are very, very confident to come up to you and say, hello, how are you, where are you going? So if you are that kind of person, please just be respectful, guys. Don't let it, damage your macho image. Just say, I'm okay, thank you very much, and just be polite and just keep walking. Don't get into an altercation. If you get into an altercation with Ladyboys, I trust you now, guys, you're going to be in a world of trouble. So please, don't let that ruin your holiday. I've seen some horrible incidents over the years with the Ladyboys where someone's kicked off with them, and it just doesn't end well for them. It really, really doesn't. And you could be Rocky Marciano, whoever you want to be. I know, yeah, I can fight, blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, guys, don't mess with the Ladyboys. You'll regret it. You really, really will. So when you come out here, explore. Allow your guard to drop a little bit, and just all these judgments in your head, just allow them to be washed away just for your holiday, and say to yourself, do you know what? Actually, they're not that bad. They're not what I thought. All these preconceived ideas, and just embrace the situation. Ladyboy, I've got some really good Ladyboy friends. They're great. They're fun. They're nice. There's no, nothing to be worried about. They're not going to pop one into your tea towel holder or any of that stuff unless you want that. It really is just a nice, relaxed environment. So don't worry about Ladyboy. Don't let them get you down. Transport, number 7. So you need to get around the city. Now, a lot of you will walk around, and you can walk around. It's not a problem. Many of you will use motorbike taxis, which are the orange tabards. With the orange tabards, all I'll say to you is just please, guys, haggle. They will expect it. They won't be angry that you're trying to haggle. They might say it's 100 bucks. I'll give you 80, and they'll go, okay, and they'll take you away. Don't just accept the first price. Always haggle, guys. You've got the BART bus. The BART bus is a route that follows around. Again, it's a 10 baht coin. It's for the BART bus, no matter where you go and whatever distance the BART bus takes you. And don't worry about the direction it's going. If you get lost, it doesn't matter. It's 10 baht. It's a bit of fun. It's one of those experiences, and figure out a way to get back. But really and truly speaking, the BART bus, the main routes that you want to worry about is the BART bus goes from end to end in Soy Buakhao. The BART bus goes all the way along Second Road, up to the Dolphin Roundabout in Naklua, back round into Beach Road, and does a circle. There are BART buses that will take you up South Pattaya Road and take you up to Central Pattaya, Pattaya Klang, Pattaya Nua. But, again, if you see the bus and you're not sure and it edges over towards the right-hand side of the road and you don't want to go that way, just press the buzzer above your head and just jump off, guys. It's 10 baht, no drama. So you have got BART buses. We do have air-conditioned taxis here, air-conditioned cars. Again, you can get them. There's rank cars, etc. So they're available. And we do have an app called Bolt. And all I want to say on the Bolt one is I think Bolt is fantastic because you can say to them exactly where you want to go, and it tells the driver exactly where you are to come and pick you up. But there is a bit of a situation going on right now between the Orange Tabard motorbike drivers and the Bolt taxi driver motorbike drivers. So what I suggest you do is, if you are going to use Bolt and you're right on the doorstep at the very foot of you is the Orange Tabard motorbike drivers, just walk 50 meters up the road and get your taxi up there, guys. But with Bolt, it's very cheap. It's very easy to use. It's a great app. If you haven't got the app, download it, guys. It's well worth its weight in gold, and very, very useful. Thai people, number 8. Thai people. Thai people here are very, very friendly, very, very welcoming. They're just genuinely just beautiful people. They really are. They're lovely. They will share. No dramas whatsoever. If you're eating food, they'll share their food with you. They'll help you. They're just generally lovely, lovely people. You are going to get called Falang. That's just part and package of your visit here. You will be called a Falang. And if you're of dark-skinned nature, they're going to call you Chocolate Man. It's not a racist comment. It's just the way they are. If you're slightly overweight, they're going to call you Pompui or Owen, which means you're fat. So, fat and cuddly. So you are going to get these very blunt, very direct approaches in terms of what they say to you. Don't take it to heart. Just smile, laugh it off. It is what it is. From a country here that just literally they say everything as it is. Even the girls, when I work with the girls, some of the girls, they'll go, oh, look, you're fat to each other. And I'm like, you can't be saying that, but they do. But they don't mean it nastily. They just, I don't know, it's just part and package of their culture. With the Thai guys, A lot of people say to me, Trevor, you know, do I need to be worried about the Thai guys? If I go into clubs and nightclubs, do I need to be worried about it? No, you really don't. The only time you need to be worried about a Thai person is if you want to start getting into a heated argument with them. Thais will not be bothering you. They don't care about you being in their clubs, in their bars. They just don't care. All they care about is having a good time. If you do find yourself in a situation where it's getting a little bit heated, whatever the situation is, diffuse it as quickly as possible. If it's over a bin that maybe is wrong, just pay it and walk away. Live to tell the tale. You don't want to start getting into a heated argument. And again, it goes back to the Ladyboys scenario. I don't care whether you're Rocky Marciano, it's irrelevant. If you start confronting the Thai guys, it will not end well for you. And the reason being is two reasons. One, it's all about face. They don't like losing face. So 1 becomes 5, becomes 10, becomes 20 guys, however many guys they need in order to win the situation. And 2, you know, these guys train in Muay Thai all their life. They will think nothing of it. So, you know, don't spoil your holiday just by trying to be a big macho man. Just say, do you know what? I'm sorry. You know, if you bang into someone, they get angry. I'm really sorry. Why to them? I'm sorry. And just keep walking. If it's over a check bin, just pay your check bin. Don't worry about it. Leave it. Let it go. It doesn't matter. It's pennies. It really isn't worth worrying about. The worst that can happen is, you know, you're going to argue, and then you might find yourself in, you know, Bangkok Pattaya Hospital. Don't do it, guys. It really isn't worth it. Tip number 9, girls. Yes, we have girls here, and isn't that stating the obvious? However, there is a situation you do need to be aware of. If you go into the bars, you are in control. Remember that. Don't ruin your holiday by being not weak, but by being vulnerable. And by this, what I mean is when you go into the bars and you sit down with a girl and you might buy her a drink, all of a sudden her friends will start surrounding you. Other girls will come and sit next to you, and then you feel under pressure to buy them all drinks. Now, you might be the person that says, do you know what, I don't really mind. Yeah, get yourself all a drink, girls. No problems whatsoever. You're on holiday. You're having a great time. But if you're in a situation where you don't really want this pressure, you don't really want the girls to be around you, just be polite and be firm. Say, I'm okay, girls. Thank you very much. I don't want you to sit with me. I'm going to sit with this girl, or I'm going to sit on my own. If you want to go, you know, guys go into a go-go bars and they'll get their draft beer and they'll just sit there watching the girls dance. Girls will approach them and they'll just say, no, I'm okay, mate. Thank you very much. No need for it. Cheers. But they will do that. So what you need to do is just take control of the situation. I'm also seeing other guys when they've been surrounded by girls and all of a sudden their 1,000 baht bill was now gone up to 10,000 or more, and they didn't really want it, but they were too polite just to say, girls, please, I'm done. Yeah, I want to be on my own. So take control of the situation, guys. You know, the girls are very sharp. They're very clever. They might have friends there that have say, let's just got not many drinks this week or this day, and then they're low on their quota. And then they'll say, oh, come over here. And then suddenly you're surrounded, and all of a sudden you're just buying drink after drink. And the second tip with the girls is when you buy a lady drink, buy a lady drink. Buy that. Don't get them. So when you say, look, do you want to get a drink? Say to say, I'll get you a drink, but not a shot. No shot, I'll get you a drink. Because otherwise what they'll do is go, bang, thank you very much. They sit there and you're like, really? Okay. Get yourself another one. So guys, you know, just take control of that situation. Buy lady drinks, don't buy shots. Lastly, tip number 10. Be prepared to be upset, depressed, disappointed, just losing the will to live when it's time to go home. You're going to go home. And when you go home, it's the worst feeling in the world. I remember when I used to come out on holiday, you know, you sit there and oh, God, I've got to go back now. I don't want to go back to work. Don't want to go back to doing this. What I will say is one tip for you, and this is my only tip that I used to use myself, and it worked really well. The minute I got back, I used to rebook a flight and a holiday. So I then had an opportunity to look forward to say, right, okay, I'm going home, but I'll be back in 3 months, but I'll be back in 6 months, but I'll be back in whatever time it is. Do that, guys. There's nothing more depressing than coming out here, having the time of your life, and then suddenly sitting on the airplane, going back home. We've all been there. We've all done it. And if you're coming out for the first time, you're going to do it. It will get into your skin. The amount of guys that come into the buzzing now and say, Trev, I can't believe I'm here for the first time. I'm absolutely loving this place. And then, you know, 2 weeks later, the guy said, I've got to go home tomorrow. I'm absolutely gutted. I'm just so gutted. So again, you know, expect that. It's going to happen, guys. All right, so there you are. That's just my 10 tips to make sure you get the best out of your holiday. And like I say before, if I've missed anything or I've not got the point right, you know, drop your comments down below, guys. Jump into our Discord group. You know, Discord, over 18,000 members in there, guys, and it's a fantastic platform. There's so much information on it. And if you are coming out, jump on a Monday or a Friday meetup. Come and meet us here at the Buzzing Lounge on a Monday, 3 o'clock, on a Friday, 3 o'clock. And coming up soon, we're going to do next month, we're going to do midday meetups on a Wednesday. And we're going to go and have some food and just do things that are a little bit less girly orientated or bar orientated. All right, there we are. That's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. As always, please remember to hit the subscribe button. and also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when I bring out a new video. Have a look on Discord, like I mentioned earlier. It's a wealth of information. It's totally free of charge. There's a link down below. If you like nightlife and you want to do some research on nightlife, jump on our Instagram. I post reels and videos every day on there, so have a look on there. Likewise on our TikTok. TikTok's more about daytime, meals, beaches, tourist attractions, all that kind of stuff. So have a look on our TikTok. And if you'd like to support the channel, there is a link to our members area on buzzingpattaya.com, and email me 247pattaya@gmail.com, and I will give you all the information about what we do for our members area and what you get back. And your support is much appreciated. All right, thank you so much for watching, guys. And please, as always, wherever you are in the world, stay safe.